So, if you have really hard pencil lines and you have a tendency to draw darkly, lighten up your sun area. If you don't do that, then you'll actually have some pencil showing through your paint, and that's really annoying, or at least for me it is. I don't know if it is for you. And you're definitely going to want a brush that you can do a hardcore outline for your sun part, and the rest is mostly going to be done with a flat. So these are the two brushes that you're going to want. Pretty decently large flat and a small outlining brush just for your sun area. With your outlining brush, you're going to want to get it damp, kind of like our drag and pull technique. Decent amount of water, but you don't want it dripping wet. That's why I'm scratching off some of the extra water into the cup. You want it kind of towel dry damp. You get out of the shower, you take a towel on your head, you whip it around, your hair's still wet, but it's not like dripping. That's what we're aiming for here. My paint is already super wet. You see that? Because it's tube paint. If you have a palette, you're going to want to spin your brush around there and probably sing happy birthday a few times to your family member to pick up that paint, because it's going to take a minute. But since I just put down a fresh coat of paint from the tube, mine is pretty decently fluid or liquefied, if that makes sense. We are currently outlining our sun. Now, you could have this sun or that sun, whatever it may be, you just want to outline it. So you have a nice crisp border on where to avoid spreading your wash. Might have to revisit your water cup and water bucket across the surface of your paint cup to kind of make that paint nice and fluid. This is where we're going to switch to the flat. We're going to drag that color that we have established here into the body of our sun whenever you're ready. Perfect. Alright, so I'm using clean water here, and my brush is damp, but it's not soaking wet. And I'm going to line my bristles up to the edge here, and I'm going to pull in. Pull, 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 pull. Drag, 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 drag. Stretch to the right, to the left. Sorry. I worked out before I came to class, so... Just reminds me of my workout instructor. I use this app called Fit On. It's so fun. Alright, yellow is kind of a weak color, right? So if you think that you need more color in here, go for it. You can take that outliner brush and you can just, put a few dots of yellow in there in the areas that you feel like you need more color. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Think of polka dots. You're giving your son some freckles, some sun freckles. And then switch back to your flat whenever you're ready. And kind of feather out those dots. In towards the body. This is a controlled way to add some color to your piece. The more dots you add, the darker the color, obviously. And the more spaced out they are, the less intense your color will become. It will just be a little more faded because they're spaced out. You might have to revisit your water cup. If you do, water bug your brush onto the surface of your water. Kind of like a water bug, just very lightly hovering, ballet dancing on top of the lake. Wahaha. Your water is going to be exactly the same thing. Except for this time, you're going to be doing blues, maybe even purples or blues and greens. You decide what you want, like the different colors of water to be. It's not going to be all one straight blue. It could be a light blue and a dark blue. It could be a blue and a green. Totally up to you. Your art, your choice. But we're literally going to use our flat and repeat what we did with the sky. We're going to do with the blue. Now, if you want some of the colors of your sunset in there, feel free. You could do like streaks of yellow here if you want. Totally up to you. And I'm probably going to do blue and little hints of green. Okay, just little hints. Okay. I think I have enough paint on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, babe. Look at that. Yes, I remember. I too have been to South Carolina, and the water has like a kind of like a turquoise greenish kind of beautiful hint to it. And I have seen wild dolphins in that water, and you betcha your teacher was squealing like a pig. She was so excited to see them dolphins. Yep, I love dolphins. And we weren't even on a dolphin tour. So I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, and you can also, if you wanted to do this with just one blue color and then put waves of light blue oil pastel in here to kind of get those waves to pop up, that's an idea too. But see how the blue is kind of starting to mix with my green and getting that kind of turquoisey color? Pretty cool. Don't worry too much. If you get some blue in your dolphin, it's fine. It's fine. That's okay. I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then I'll probably go over it with, like, I don't know, dark oil, blue oil pastel or something to kind of get the I don't know. I'll do something, like add different streaks of oil pastel in here. I wanted to cover how to use dry on dry for your dolphins' bodies. Now that we're done with all of our other colors, it's okay to use black now, because black will overpower whatever is in your water. Get a pointy brush, and we're going to outline our dolphin's body, but first we got to pick up lots of paint. Your brush is damp here. Dry surface, dryish brush, right? Just a damp brush. Maybe sing happy birthday a few times to pick up that paint. And just outline your dolphin's body. Give yourself an idea, like, I need a border. Do not pass here. Black should not go into yellow. Yada, yada, yada. I like silhouettes because they're usually pretty simple. It's just a really strong dry on dry technique with a dark color. If you need to reignite or give your paint a little more fluidity or have it be a little more fluid so you can flow easier on the top of the paper, just water bug the tip of your brush against the surface of your water cup. Just very, very light tap on the surface. Yeah, don't be diving. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Just water bug. Now, you could switch to a flat and drag this color in if you want to. But you don't really have to worry about dragging this time. We're literally putting lots of black paint in this area. Now that we have a border established, we can add a really strong layer of black paint inside our shape that we just outlined. And you might need to wait for this to dry and then add another layer if you need to. But this is how you're going to get that really strong silhouette you're looking for, okay? And repeat this process with dolphin number too. Oh yeah, that's really coming out, yeah? I'm going to add some strokes in here for shadow. Very sparingly though.